we do work with law enforcement at Ripple, and we do file suspicious activity reports. And again, we're only working with regulated endpoints, so we're somewhat unique. And I will say, I agree with you that the origins of crypto were absolutely anti-government, anti-bank. The origins of these technologies and how these technologies can be used can be very, very different. And as time goes by, I think we spend less time talking about Mt. Gox and Silk Road and more time talking about these are real enterprise scaled use cases where it's not an experiment. We're talking about billions and billions of dollars going through Ripple's technology platform.
Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, has just confirmed at the World Economic Forum in this video right here that billions and billions of dollars is flowing through RippleNet, and real-world use cases are coming live onto the XRP ledger, and big customers are about to use Ripple XRP. According to the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, this guy right here in this video at the World Economic Forum. Now, the World Economic Forum is extremely important because it is one of the most powerful organizations in the entire world. And the World Economic Forum has a whole page for Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, on their official webpage right here. World Economic Forum, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, and they speak about Brad Garlinghouse. And also they have a whole page for Ripple XRP on the World Economic Forum webpage. And also, this is very important because in this report right here by the World Economic Forum a few years ago, speaking about digital currencies, they mentioned XRP right here, how XRP is a digital asset that could be used potentially to facilitate CBDCs. Literally in this report right here, potential for privately created digital assets to facilitate CBDCs, and they mentioned the use of XRP as a bridge currency. Such assets may serve as a bridge currency in cross-border interbank payments. Now, trillions of dollars is going to flow through every single day with cross-border currency transactions all over the world. Think about it. From Asia to Africa to the Middle East to Europe to North America to South America, all over the world. That is a lot of money every single day flowing, and it is all going to flow potentially through XRP because it is a bridge currency for CBDCs. The World Economic Forum has mentioned literally XRP right here as a bridge currency for CBDCs in this report right here, Digital Currency Governance Consortium White Paper Series by the World Economic Forum. And also, the World Economic Forum has this council, Global Future Council. And now, why is this important? Because they have a bunch of different councils, and one of them is on decentralized finance, DeFi. The World Economic Forum is also working in DeFi, and they have a whole group for this. And this is important to Hedera HBAR because Hedera HBAR is in this council for DeFi, Decentralized Finance Global Future Council. Yes, HBAR is literally part of that council, and the Stellar Development Foundation is also part of that council. Right here is a brand new team for the 2025-2026 term for the Global Future Council on DeFi at the World Economic Forum, and this is an elite group of people basically from the top financial institutions all over the world, including Hedera HBAR and Stellar XLM. Yes, this lady right here, Nilmini Rubin, she is the Chief Policy Officer at Hedera HBAR, and she's part of this council. Everyone, this is huge because also the Stellar Development Foundation, Candace Kelly, this lady right here, she's also the Chief Legal Officer at Stellar, and she's part of this council. And this council, the Hedera HBAR and Stellar XLM is a part of, is actually really big because we have people from PayPal, from the Central Bank of Germany, we have the Bank of International Settlements is also part of this council. Yes, the Deputy Head of Strategy at the BIS, this guy right here, is part of this council. And also the Head of Operations at the World Bank, this guy, Paul Snaith, is also part of this organization. So Hedera HBAR and Stellar XLM are part of this organization at the World Economic Forum with some of the leading organizations, financial institutions in the world. And that is not an over-exaggeration. Also, the World Economic Forum has a whole webpage for Danelle Dixon, the CEO of Stellar Lumens XLM. Yes, this lady right here, Danelle Dixon, she has a whole webpage on the World Economic Forum speaking about her history, her experience, and the World Economic Forum loves cryptocurrency. Yes, they released this report right here titled Crypto. What is it good for? An overview of cryptocurrency and its use cases. And they speak about Ripple. Literally, Ripple XRP right here, and all about the XRP cryptocurrency, how it can be used as a currency for all over the world, the on-demand ODL liquidity service, RippleNet, XRP cryptocurrency. They literally speak all about this in this report right here, and they do speak about some other cryptocurrencies like Tezos, CeLo, and Litecoin. And this report was literally written also by Brad Garlinghouse. Yes, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple and the CEO of Stellar Lumens XLM, Danelle Dixon, also wrote to this report. Together, they both co-contributed to write this report. They all got together to write to this report at the World Economic Forum. And also in 2021, the World Economic Forum released this report right here titled, again, Cryptocurrencies, a Guide to Getting Started. So this is another report about cryptocurrencies, and they highlight Algorand, Cardano, XRP, Solana, and Stellar Lumens XLM in this report as top cryptocurrencies to keep your eye out on in the next few years. And these are the cryptocurrencies that are shaping the future of DLT, blockchain, cross-border payments, and much more. According to the World Economic Forum, XRP and Stellar XLM are two cryptocurrencies that you definitely need to know about, pay attention to, have in your portfolio, own it, hold it, hodl, whatever it is, you need to have XRP and Stellar in your portfolio. Also, just a few months ago, last year in October of 2024, the World Economic Forum released this other report titled Digital Assets Regulation. And this is important to XRP, Hedera HBAR, and Stellar because they mentioned Brad Garlinghouse again, how he worked on this report with 3 other people from Ripple. Yes, all of these people: Robert Grant from Ripple, we have Sam Dreeman from Ripple, and this lady right here, Lauren Believe from Ripple. Now also, Hedera HBAR was acknowledged in this. Charles Atkins, the president of the Hedera Council, Hedera Hashgraph, he was acknowledged, and this lady, the chief policy officer, the same lady that's part of the Global Futures Council, this lady that we spoke about at Hedera, she also was acknowledged in this report right here. Nilmini Rubin, the chief policy officer at Hedera Hashgraph HBAR. And last but not least, Danelle Dixon, the CEO of Stellar Lumens XLM. She was also mentioned in this report that just was released last year in October, and 2 other people at Stellar, the chief legal officer and the head of policy at Stellar, and Ripple XRP and Hedera HBAR were both at this huge Davos blockchain conference just a few months ago. In January 2025, the World Economic Forum held this global blockchain Davos initiative. This event right here, this blockchain event, was literally held by the World Economic Forum at Davos just a few months ago, and they had a whole bunch of people from Ripple. Yes, the official Ripple team right here, as you can tell, they were all there, and Hedera Hashgraph HBAR had people at this event at Davos with the World Economic Forum. Ripple, Hedera Hashgraph, both right here, as you can tell. And the World Economic Forum loves cryptocurrencies like XRP, XLM, and Hedera HBAR. They have already confirmed how XRP can be used as a global bridge currency for CBDCs, and trillions of dollars going to flow into XRP, confirmed by Brad Garlinghouse live on stage at the World Economic Forum in front of the entire world. Everyone, show your support so the algorithm can push this out. Everyone needs to see this, especially if you own XRP, XLM, or Hedera HBAR. Show your support, smash the like button. I love you all, and I will see you very soon. Until next time, Crypto AI Man.